Hey everyone, Kirsten Heinisch here. In this video today, I would like to share with you my thoughts on what it takes to be authentic. What does it take to be authentic? And for people who are new to my videos, a very warm welcome. My channel is about sharing my psychological understanding with you. So please subscribe, like and share my videos if you enjoy them, if you value the content, and this would allow my channel to grow. So today I would like to focus on two specific characteristics that authentic people share. And these are commitment and courage. Commitment and courage. I would like to explore these two specific ingredients a bit more deeply today. So let's talk about commitment and authenticity. I would say that there is no shortcut to authenticity. It pretty much is a choice to be engaged in an ongoing learning and growing process throughout our whole lifetime. And in this sense, becoming and being authentic requires an ongoing commitment to learning from our mistakes through self-reflection and introspection. It really is a commitment to maturing and evolving our minds and opening our hearts. And this, in my view, is the path to authenticity and psychological growth. Through this ongoing inner commitment, we will increasingly experience an acceptance of who we really are, including our gifts, our strengths, and most importantly, our vulnerabilities and many imperfections. And we will get to this place of self-acceptance through our steady commitment to finding our own truth, finding what is right for us, holding to it, and learning to negotiate what is true and important to us within our relationships in life. So in this sense, being authentic and becoming authentic is a daily practice. It is a bit like developing and training a muscle, which I like to call our authenticity muscle. And we are able to strengthen this muscle by exercising it on a regular basis, by expressing our thoughts and feelings and concerns freely and clearly. So, embracing our own truth and daring to articulate and share it takes courage. Let's talk about courage and authenticity. E. Cummings, the American poet, wrote, "It takes courage to grow up and become who you really are." So let's explore what Cummings meant by this. Authenticity and vulnerability go together. They are often companions. And being vulnerable takes courage. It does take courage to be vulnerable. It takes courage to stand up for our own values, and it takes courage to set boundaries, especially if they don't fit with the views and opinions of others. Others may be family, friends, colleagues. And it can be so very exposing, and there's always a risk when speaking openly and authentically. The risk is that we might be disapproved of, that we might be disliked, that we might be rejected or judged or excluded. And therefore it does take courage to say, for example, look, it doesn't feel comfortable when you speak to me like this, or I'm sorry I'm unable to help on this occasion, or I'm really sorry but my perception of this matter is very different to yours. And we know from our own experience it can be very exposing to express an opinion that is not popular. It can be scary and deeply uncomfortable when we are called to stand up for our own values. It can feel a bit like being naked when everyone else is fully dressed. So being true to our inner values requires us to withstand this deep discomfort of disapproval, conflict, and maybe rejection. And I must say I've experienced this quite a few times in my life, that standing up for my own values can break relationships. And for me, the real pearl of wisdom in this is that authenticity demands accepting and loving myself, even if others don't. And this means sometimes having to painfully let go of relationships, yes. But on the other hand, I also have experienced many times that speaking to my own values and speaking about my own truth can make and strengthen relationships, which is wonderful, wonderful experience. So overall, I believe that being true to ourselves, our values, our boundaries is the key to living a satisfying and meaningful life. But if you think about it, what is the alternative? The alternative is wearing a mask, hiding and concealing who we really are, and this often goes hand in hand with emotional difficulties. So I will conclude this video with some thoughts from Brené Brown, the well-known researcher, writer and speaker. And her thoughts really add a valuable dimension to the reflections on authenticity so far. Brené Brown states that the only true belonging is the courage to stand alone and belong to ourselves. She goes on to say, this authentic connection underscores everything else and all other relationships in our lives. So, the answer to the question of this video that I posed in the beginning, what does it take to be authentic? The answer is this, in short. Authenticity takes commitment and courage to belong so fully to ourselves that we are willing to stand alone. And I'm quoting Brené Brown here. She says, this place of solitude is a place as thought after as it is feared. It is the bravest and most sacred place you will ever stand. So I hope that these thoughts and reflections will give you some inspiration to speak your truth and hold to it next time life brings you an opportunity and challenge to do so. And I will leave you with a last thought. Accepting and loving yourself, even if others don't, is a real superpower. So until next time, please subscribe to my channel by clicking the bell and liking the videos if you enjoy this content, and I see you next time.